let's get to this price action and this map here and make some sense of it. So on this map yesterday that we mapped out, we're looking for a little flush down and then a push back up to this 5-day moving average area. We got to that Monday's VWAP, to the 2-day VWAP. So today we'll see if we get this flush back down again and then can rally back up to Monday's VWAP, get some consolidation, and then start to break above into this 590-182 area, which is the VWAP from this peak. And then we got that election VWAP as a potential target, not target, but potential area of supply. So we'll be monitoring for that flush, see if we can get back above that 3-day VWAP, and then continue that push back up to that election, look for some consolidation. And during all these plays, the data on this 5-day moving average is going to start to waterfall. So if we get a flush and sideways action, let this data start to waterfall and get price action above the 5-day, then it will let that 5-day moving average start to turn tides at a more rapid pace and could potentially give us evidence that the intermediate trend is changing. So we'll see. Situation here is a little flush, rally back into that 3-day VWAP, monitor that. If we can start to get above that, maybe we start to squeeze some shorts back up to this 591, the VWAP from this peak. Okay, if we don't hold above the 2-day VWAP here at this 577.90, okay, monitor a failure below this and then a potential breakdown of that 570, yesterday's low. So this is a potential scenario that we'll be monitoring as well, is if we fail to hold above the 2-day VWAP here, monitor that decline, right? And then the final scenario is if we do rally up into that 5-day moving average, monitor. So instead of the consolidation and the buildup in this area, monitor for the breakdown. We need the 5-day. So these are just potential scenarios over the next day to 3 days for the rest of the week. So just keeping in mind that the data waterfalls off the 5-day moving average. So if we rally, can consolidate, come tomorrow, we'll be trading in this premises. So by the end of the day, if we do start to rally up in this area, this 5-day moving average will start to turn sideways. And say tomorrow we gap up in this area, Friday we're in this area, we'll still be moving sideways if we're up at this 594 area. So let's look at this here on the 2-minute. So we're looking to see if we get a rally above this 2-day VWAP, hold the daily VWAP, push into that 3-day, squeeze above that 3-day for a potential push up into this 591 previous peak high VWAP. Okay, if we break below the daily VWAP and don't hold above it, monitor for a flush into Monday's lows, into yesterday's lows here, and potential continued decline into this 570. Get to this QQQ. The map we drew out from yesterday's trade plan was another flush. Look for a push back up to this 5-day moving average, and then look for us to, basically chop up, decline. So we'll see what happens today if we can start to hold this area here. And the same thing, we get this little waterfall effect on the 5-day. So if we flush and get back above and consolidate, by the end of the trading day, we'll be down here at 503. So if we're holding above 503 or trading above, at the end of the day, that 5-day moving average will start to turn out and rise. And if we do continue to push up for Thursday, come Thursday, that's Thursday. So come Thursday, we'll be at a close of right here, $1,500, at a close of 502.35. So again, we'll be having that 5-day moving average turn. So that's going to give us the weight of the evidence that the bulls have gained control. So getting into these scenarios, we got the flush. We're going to look to see if we get back above the 3-day VWAP here at 498, and look to see if we could trade this back into the 503 and potentially this VWAP high at 511.50. So we got this peak high. So potential scenario we'll be monitoring for is to see if breaks above this 3-day VWAP and then can squeeze to that 5-day moving average and then potentially into that VWAP from the high that we talked about. And then we'll monitor to see if we can get some profit taken there, or some continuation, or if basically if we break above and then fail to hold this 2-day VWAP, monitor for a decline back down to 481.76. So that's the trade plan for today. Hopefully this was helpful.